Kindly share it with all your friends, colleagues, or whoever the people whom you think that they are preparing for the examinations. We will begin the class once it reaches minimum 100 students. I requested my students when they attended the morning session to make this 100 to minimum 300 students. Let us see if my friends or if my beloved students will help me in reaching this number as the class proceeds. Kindly share it, sir. We will not wait till 300 join, but we will wait till 100 join, so that I believe that my students will help me out in reaching this number, magical number called as 300. Nagavardhan, I am fine, sir. Thank you. How are you? Happy morning to all the viewers. I am just seeing the live chat. Kindly share the link, sir. Another 1 minute. Very important topic. Please pay complete attention for this topic called as ratios. Ratio we are dividing into two parts as of now. Ratios part 1, ratios part 2. We will see some of the original examination questions without using much of variables. We will see how to solve them very easily. Kindly share the link, sir. We will start the class very soon. 84 is the number which is watching right now. Another 16 to start the class, because once I start the class I don't want students to miss out the logic. Initially first 5 minutes is extremely important for them to understand the next few problems whatever we are solving in ratios. Kindly help me in reaching as many students as possible. 86 is the number right now in my mobile. I hope you all had your breakfast. Please have your breakfast if you have not had it, because we will have so many things to learn in today's session. Already we had a very beautiful class on time and work in today's morning session, where we started with efficiency based problems, which I had left it yesterday night, and then I have continued with so many other varieties of problem, and only and condition based problem, and or based condition based problems, then alternate days based problems. I believe that most of the students who are watching this video right now has already attended this particular class today morning. Close to around 6 to 6.5 hours of class was taken only to teach you time and work and its importance. I believe that many students have enjoyed the way time and work problems are being solved. Right, now we will concentrate on one another important topic, which is called as ratios. Very important. Most of the concept whatever you are learning in arithmetic, it can be solved by the concept of ratios. Right, now listen to this carefully, sir. Let us start with the basic concept. First half an hour of the class it will be very basic in nature. Slowly we will scale up the level. Do not worry about it. Let us understand the basic concept initially. Suppose, for example, assume that there are 10 boys in the class, right? There are 10 boys in the class. Assume that there are 15 girls in the class, right? There are 10 boys and there are 15 girls in the class. What is the ratio of boys to girl? Ratio of boys to girl is 10 is to 15. The ratio of boys to girl is 10 is to 15. 10 is to 15 is nothing but how much? 10 is to 15 is nothing but 2 is to 3. Now, listen to this statement very carefully, sir. What is the meaning of 2 is to 3? 2 is to 3 does not necessarily mean that there are only 2 boys and there are only 3 girls. Actually, there are how many boys? 10 boys. Actually, there are how many girls? 15 girls. That means 2 is to 3 does not necessarily mean that there are only 2 boys and there are only 3 girls. But 2 is to 3 actually means that I will select 2 boys I will select 2 boys and I will also select 3 girls, so that I will make a group of 5 people. This is my first pair of students. Again second pair, another 2 boys, another 3 girls. That means for every 2 boys whom I select, I will also select 3 girls, so that I will make it as a group of 5 people. Right, that is the meaning of 2:3. I hope it is clear. That is the meaning of 2:3. Now observe carefully. Suppose if I multiply this first term 2 by some numerical value 4, it becomes 2 into 4 8. If I multiply second term also by 4, it becomes 3 into 4 12. 8 is to 12 is again nothing but 2:3. Right, it is again 2:3. Suppose for example, if I multiply first term of this ratio by some variable, suppose 6, it is 2 into 6 12. Second also by 6, 3 into 6 18. 12 is to 18 is again 2:3. That means the basic understanding of ratios is nothing but, which so many students already know it. The basic understanding is, you take any ratio whatever you like and let there be any number of terms in the ratio. It need not be only 2 terms like 2 and 3. Take any ratio of your choice. If you are multiplying one term in the ratio by some constant, other term should also be multiplied by the same constant. Right, if you are multiplying, suppose there is a ratio a is to b, if you are multiplying one term of the ratio by some constant k, other term of the ratio should also be multiplied by the same constant k. Then only the ratio is said to be balanced. Right, then only the ratio is said to be balanced. I hope it is clear. But there is a small exception in this case, where if you multiply one term of the ratio by some constant, you need not necessarily multiply the other term of the ratio by some other constant, by the same constant. What is that exception? We will see after some time in problems. Everyone clear with the logic, sir? First we will only attack with basic problems. Basic. We will keep attacking basic problems, understand the foundation of solving these problems, and then move on to examination questions. Right, if one term in the ratio is multiplied by some constant, all the other terms in the ratio should also be multiplied by the same constant, with an exception. That exception we will see in problems. Everyone, I hope that it is very clear for the people who are watching this video. Idea clear, sir? I hope the idea is clear. Tushar, we will check it out later, sir. I already told in the morning class, I don't know whether you attended or not. The only way I gained so much of knowledge is by practice, nothing else. Harshit, you have missed yesterday's class. How can I watch it again? You cannot watch it unless you are an enrolled student, sir. Now let us next move on to the next one. Now see here, sir. Listen to this carefully. There are few key points that we will understand before moving on to problems. These all key points you might require in 1 or 2 problems here and there, but let us see in the initial stages itself, so that we will not worry about these key points in so many other problems. In fact, one of the key point is componendo operation. Right, componendo operation. Now what is this componendo operation? It's a very easy logic, sir. First we will understand all these key points, then our problems become very easy. Right, now suppose for example, there is a ratio a by b, there is another ratio c by d. Suppose if these two ratios are equal, right, suppose if these two ratios are equal, then using this componendo operation, what I can do is, I will keep the denominator same in both the cases. Numerator I will add it with the denominator. It is a plus b and here it is c plus d. Right, if you want you can take some numerical values whatever you like, where the two ratios are equal. Like, try to first you should satisfy the condition and make sure that the two ratios are equal, then check it out whether this then condition also is becoming true or not. Definitely it will become true. You can take any numerical values of your choice. Second key point is dividendo operation. Now what is componendo operation? Componendo operation is if two ratios are equal, in dividend operation also the two ratios should be equal, a by b equal to c by d. Then in component operation I kept the denominator same, right? I kept the denominator same. In the dividend operation also I will keep it same, but in component I added the numerator with denominator. In dividendo I will subtract with the denominator, a minus b and c minus d. Simple, sir. Very very easy to remember. Let us not make it too much complicated to understand things. Let us make it as simpler as possible, right? That is the second key point. And the third key point is combination of componendo and dividendo operation. That means if I combine first one and second one, if I combine first point and second key point, then I will end up getting the third key point. That means componendo and dividendo operation, right? Componendo and dividendo operation. Same logic I will implement here also. If a by b, if two ratios are same, if the two ratios are same, then if a by b is equal to c by d, then I can write it as there in componendo I added with the numerator. Sorry, I added with the denominator a plus b. In dividendo I subtracted with the denominator. That I will put it in the denominator. In here it is numerator is the sum, denominator is the difference. Simple way of remembering. That means combine these two, divide them, divide equation 1 and equation 2. That means key points 1 and 2, you will get the value. Simple as straight. Understanding that very simple and straight. No need to make it too complex or make it too difficult for you to understand. I hope everyone is clear. These are some key points which might help us in solving problems in few cases. Where is that few case? We will see later on. Idea clear, sir? Next. Now we will move on to problems. We will move on to problems. Now listen carefully. As I already said, we will start with some basic questions. We will see how to take those questions to the next level as the class proceeds. Do not keep telling to me saying that please take some difficult questions or whatever it is, because every student is equally important for me, right? I cannot teach this class for one student here who is watching the class. I want to teach this class for many students for them to understand it better. Now see here, sir. First question. Easy question to start with. First question is, if three numbers are in the ratio 3:2:5, that means there are three numbers, the ratio is given as 3:2:5, right? If three numbers are in the ratio 3:2:5 such that the sum of their squares is 1862, right? Sum of their squares is 1862, then find the middle number. Now listen to this carefully, sir. Just 5 minutes before I told you the concept. In a ratio, if you are multiplying one term of the ratio by some constant or variable, all the other terms should also be multiplied by the same constant or variable. That means I will call it as 3x, 2x and 5x, right? I will call it as 3x, 2x and 5x. What is the condition? Such that the sum of their squares, sum is addition, squares, 3x if I square it will be 9x square, 2x whole square is 4x square, 5x whole square is 25x square, is how much it is? It is given in the question as 1862. Find the middle number. Middle number is 2x. If I simplify, 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 25 is 38. 38x square is 1862. X square will be 1862 by 38. It is 49. X will be plus or minus 7, right? X will be plus or minus 7. But I am not interested in getting the value of x. I want the middle number. Middle number is nothing but 2x. 2x will be how much? Plus or minus 14. Answer for this question is plus or minus 14. Check out which option is given, plus 14 or minus 14. If both are given, there should be another option called as both A and B or whatever it is. Mark that particular option. Idea clear, sir? Now you might be wondering, we are using variables. How to avoid variables? Hold on for 5 minutes. One or two problems we will also use our basic methods, sir, so that we will understand how to solve those problems also in case if you forget the origin, like ANC way of solving. First problem, I hope it is clear. Second one, second question. Now, before solving the second question, easy questions first we will start solving, sir. In fact, second is an original exam question. Listen carefully, sir. Suppose, for example, assume that my salary is 10,000, or assume that you are A, I am B. You are A, I am B. Your salary is 10,000. Okay. Okay. Anyway, anything you can do it. It makes no difference. Your salary is 10,000. My salary initially is 5,000. Right? Assume that your salary is 10,000. My salary is initially 5,000. We are working for the same company. You are working in this company from some years, and because of that your salary is 10,000. I recently joined, so probably because of that my salary is 5,000. Now what we will do is, suppose for example I worked so hard. I kept on working so hard such a way that I was earning 5,000, but probably after some months or some years, because of my hard work, I increased my salary to 20,000. I am just giving you an example, right? I am increasing my salary to 20,000. But assume that you did not do something exceptionally well. You were doing the same work what you were doing earlier. So your salary did not increase. Your salary was still 10,000 itself. So can I say that earlier my salary was 5,000. My salary now is 20,000. That means it became 4 times, right? It became 4 times. That means, can I say that I became 4 times efficient, right? I became 4 times efficient. Can I say that if A is 4 times efficient than B, or B is 4 times efficient than A, let us, instead of A and B, let us take some other letter. If P is 4 times efficient than Q, what I will do is, if P is 4 times efficient, I will only multiply P value by 4. Will I multiply this value also by 4? Did it become 40,000 here? No, it did not become 40,000. It is still 10,000 itself. That means I told you that in a ratio, if you multiply one term of the ratio by some constant, all the other terms in the ratio should also be multiplied by the same constant. But I told you that there is an exception. That exceptional case is nothing but in case of efficiency based questions. That means if I say that A is 7 times more efficient than B, right? A is 7 times more efficient than B. I will multiply only A value by 7. I will not multiply B value by 7. I will keep the value of B as it is. Suppose if I tell X is 4 times more efficient than Y, right? X is 4 times more efficient than Y. I will multiply only X value by 4. I will not multiply Y value by 4. I hope it is clear, sir. Only in case of efficiency based questions, you might not multiply with the same constant of all the terms in the ratio. Rest all cases you will multiply with the same constant. I hope it is clear. Now see here, why did we discuss this particular logic? Because we want to solve an examination question which had come earlier, so that we will directly get the answer within one step, right? Within one step we will directly get the answer if you use this particular method. Now see here, sir, I am drafting that question for you. Just give me a minute so that I will draft that question. Okay, this is the question, sir. Now observe carefully. The question says a dog takes 3 leaps. Leaps is nothing but steps. For example, a dog takes 3 leaps for every 5 leaps of a hare. That means there are 2 parameters, dog and hare, right? For every 3 steps dog is taking, hare will take 5 steps. Dog take 3 steps for every 5 steps of a hare. That means initial speed ratio of a dog and hare is 3:5, right? It is 3:5. Now read the next statement. The next statement says, if one leap of a dog is equal to 3 leaps of hair. That means 1 leap of a dog is equal to 3 leaps of hair. Suppose, for example, suppose this is the destination. Right, this is the destination. Dog is only keeping 1 step to reach this destination, whereas hare is keeping 3 steps to reach the destination. That means dog is only keeping 1 step. Directly within 1 step it is reaching its destination. Hare is keeping 3 steps to reach the same destination. That means who is more efficient? Dog is only taking 1 day to complete the work, time and work based question, whereas hare is taking 3 days to complete the same task. Who is more efficient in this case? Dog is more efficient. How much more efficient it is? It is 3 times more efficient. If dog is 3 times more efficient, multiply only dog value by 3. Answer is 9:5. Simple way of analyzing. Very easy way of understanding the concept, sir. We understood the concept earlier. We executed that in this question. Simple. I hope the idea is clear. This type of questions has come in your examination earlier. Idea should be very clear. Dog 1 step only it is taking, but hare is taking 3 steps. Dog is efficient. How much? 3 times. Multiply dog by 3. Simple. This is the case where both the terms of the ratio might not be multiplied with the same constant. Idea clear, sir? Next question. Excuse me. Now, please see the next question. Next is a very important question. Why it is important means, if you understand this particular question, we will see how to solve the remaining questions in ratios using the same concept. Now see here, sir. Listen carefully. Question is like this. Question is, X, Y and Z share a sum of money in the ratio 7:8:16. That means they have some money with them. They will share that money in this ratio 7:8:16. Right? Now, that is the first statement. If Z receives 27 rupees more than X, then find the total money shared. Right? Now, I don't know what is the total money shared. I will call that total money shared as A rupees. Right? I will use variable method, which is also given in your textbooks. Right? I will call the total money shared as A rupees. Why am I calling A? Because X is already used. Usually your textbook will keep it as X. X is already used in this question. It makes no difference. I am taking A rupees. Now see here. X. How much X will get out of total? 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 16 is 31. Out of total 31 rupees. X is getting 7 rupees. 7 rupees is X contribution. And the total money shared is how many rupees? A rupees. X is 7A by 31. Y. Out of total 31 rupees. Y is getting how much? 8 rupees. And the total money shared is A rupees. Z. Out of total 31 rupees, Z is getting how much? 16 rupees. And the total money shared is A rupees. I believe that everyone is clear till this point of a time. Now, what is the next statement given, sir? If Z receives 27 rupees more than X, Z is 27 more than X. Z is equal to 27 plus X. Right? Z is equal to 27 plus X. Z is nothing but 16A by 31. 27 plus X is nothing but 7A by 31. Shift it to the left hand side. 16A minus 7A is 9A by 31. this is equal to 27. If I simplify this, 9 into 1, 9 into 3. So A value will be cross multiply 31 into 3, 93. But what is this A? A is nothing but total money shared, and that is what is asked in the question. So answer for this question is 93. Right answer is 93. But this involves variables, which is your textbook method, which we are not at all interested with. That is the reason this is my method 1. I hope it is clear. That is the reason this is my method 1. Raj Chaudhary, you can contact me after the class, sir. You have my number, so you can contact me right after the class is over. I hope everyone is clear with method 1, sir. Now see here. This is one of the method which involves variables. Not interested. This method we should not use it if you are a part of Anil Nair classes. Now see here. Same question I am drafting again for your better understanding. Now simple way of solving, sir. Let us not at all complicate the things. See here. X, Y and Z share a sum of money in the ratio 7:8:16. That means there are 3 people, X, Y, Z. X will share 7, Y will share 8 and Z will share 16 rupees. That is the first statement. Second statement says, if Z receives 27 rupees more than X. Listen to this carefully, sir. If Z receives 27 rupees more than X. Now, can I say that according to the ratio, X is getting 7 rupees, Y is getting 8 rupees, Z is getting 16 rupees. According to ratio, X is getting 7, Y is getting 8, Z is getting 16. According to ratio, these are the money what they are getting. Can I say that according to ratio, Z is getting 16, X is getting 7. Z is getting how much more than X? Z is getting 9 rupees more than X. 16 minus 7 is 9. According to ratio, Z is getting 9 rupees more than X. According to question, Z is getting 27 rupees more than X. 9 is becoming 27. Multiply by 3. Right? 9 is becoming 27. Multiply by 3. What is your question? Find the total money shared. According to the ratio, total money shared is 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 16, 31. According to ratio, total money shared is 31. According to the question, how much they are asking? 31 also multiply by 3. 31 into 3 is how much? 93. Simple usage of ratios concept will make you solve the question so easily, sir. I hope the idea is clear. Indira, thank you for your concern, ma. So I might be not great as Anil Nair, sir. That everyone knows the fact, because my whole mentor for all the things whatever I am today is Mr. Anil Nair. If I am what I am today, the only person who is responsible is Anil Nair. And let me tell you one fact. Our 5 fingers in one hand itself are not similar. Why will 2 people be similar? Why do you want to compare me with Anil Nair? Is there anything that you want to do? My whole life, whatever I am today is because of Anil Nair, sir. It makes no difference. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if we are learning something, that is something which is extremely good. I hope everyone is clear, sir. According to ratio, the difference is 9. That means Z is receiving 9 rupees more. According to question, 27. Multiplying factor is 3.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
No, Vinay I will not think about those comments, sir. I am least bothered about those things also. I just wanted to say, I said it. Let us move on to the next problem. Now, before solving the next question, see here. Suppose, for example, I have ratio in terms of fractions, but I don't like fractions, which we also discussed in time and work topic. Convert this fraction to whole numbers. That means, can I say that 2, 3, 4 LCM is 12. 2 should become 12. Multiply by 6. Multiply by 6. 1 into 6 is 6. 3 should become 12. Multiply by 4. Multiply 1 with 4. 4 should become 12. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. So convert any rational or probably fractional ratio to a whole number ratio to make it easy for understanding. Now see here. Why did I take that? Listen carefully, sir. I am drafting a question. This kind of questions has also come in the exam. First half an hour, 45 minutes, we will only concentrate on basic questions. See this question, sir. By mistake, please read every statement carefully. By mistake, instead of dividing 117 rupees among 3 persons, P, Q and R in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, it was divided in the ratio 2:3:4. Who gains the most and how much? Now listen to this carefully, sir. By mistake, instead of dividing this 117 rupees in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, that means instead of dividing it in this correct ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 is 6:4:3, which I told it before the start of this problem. It was wrongly divided. It was wrongly divided in the ratio 2:3:4, right? I made a mistake. Instead of dividing 117 in 6:4:3, I divided in the ratio 2:3:4. Who gains the most and how much is the question? Now listen to this carefully, sir. Can I say that instead of using that method 1 what we used in previous problem, total money shared is 117, out of 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 3 13, 6 is, instead of writing, keep writing like this, simple way of analyzing. Can I say that according to ratio, suppose if I divide correctly, right, if I divide in correct ratio, according to ratio, P should get 6 rupees, Q should get 4 rupees, R should get 3 rupees. According to ratio, total money that they are getting is 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 3 13. According to ratio 13. According to question, total money is 117. 13 into 9 is 117. 6 into 9 is 54. 4 into 9 is 36. 3 into 9 is 27. That means this is the correct way of division. Actually, you should have divided that 117 actually like this, but I made a mistake and I divided in a wrong ratio. According to ratio, 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 4 9, total money is 9. According to question 117, 9 into 13 is 117, 2 into 13 is 26, 3 into 13 is 39, 4 into 13 is 52. Now your question is who gains the most and how much is the question, right? Who gains the most and how much? Now see here, P actually was supposed to get 54, but because of wrong ratio he only got 26. He is not gaining, he is losing, so it is not the right answer. Q was supposed to actually get 36, but Q got 39. That means Q is gaining. How much he is gaining? 3 rupees he is gaining. R was supposed to get 27, but R got 52 rupees. Who is gaining the most? R is gaining the most. How much he is gaining? 27, 52. Difference is how much? 25 rupees. Answer is R, 25 rupees. I hope it is clear. Answer is R, 25. Divyanshu, how 9 becomes 27? In the previous question, 9 becomes 27. 9 is according to ratio. According to question, it is 27. Right? Convert everything according to ratio to according to question. Find out the multiplying factor. Simple. Mukesh, diamond problem we will discuss probably after this particular class, sir. Let me see where I can put forth that problem. Next question. Next one. See here, sir, how easily you will get all these problems if you understand the logic. Logic is very, very powerful. See here, I am drafting the question. For this particular question, so many variables, so many things they will keep using. Okay, I'll draft it once again. I forgot to increase the font. Now see here, sir. Question is, in a mixture of 60 liters, that means there is a vessel. Initial volume is given as 60 liters. Right? In a mixture of 60 liters, the ratio of milk and water is 2:1. That means initial ratio of milk and water is how much? 2:1. Right? The initial ratio of milk and water is 2:1. The second statement says, if this ratio is to be 1:2, suppose that 2:1 ratio has to finally become 1:2, then the quantity of water to be added further is how much? I need to add how much water? I will repeat the question once again. Initially there is 60 liters of mixture present in the vessel. Initial ratio is 2:1. This 2:1 ratio, when I add some water, the 2:1 ratio will become 1:2 ratio. How much water I need to add so that the initial ratio of 2:1 will finally become 1:2? That is the question. I hope the idea is clear, sir. Now see here. Very, very easy logic again. Don't take it as 2x and 1y or whatever the variable methodology and waste your time. Simple logic. Can I say that according to the ratio, can I say that milk is 2 liters initially, right? Initial milk is 2 liters, initial water is 1 liter. According to ratio, initial mixture is 2 plus 1, 3 liters. According to ratio, it is 3, but according to question, it is given as 60. 3 should become 60, multiply by 20. That means 2 also multiply by 20. Initial milk and water is 2 also multiply by 20, it is 40. 1 also multiply by 20, it is 20. Now see here, sir. Can I say that I want to convert this 2:1 ratio to 1:2 ratio by adding some water? That means, please understand carefully, I am adding only water. I am not adding any milk into the vessel. Because I am not adding any milk into the vessel, milk parameter will not change. Whatever milk which was present initially, finally also same milk will be present, because I never added milk into the vessel again. I am adding only water. That means 40 is still there as 40 itself. 40 is to something should give me the final ratio as 1:2. 40 is to which number is 1:2? 40 is to 80 is 1:2. Now initially there was 20 liters of water. Now there is 80 liters of water. 20 is becoming 80. How much water is added? 60 liters. Simple, right? Very, very easy way of solving by ratios concept. I hope everyone is understanding, sir. You can solve all these questions very faster once you understand the logic. Waiting for your comments, sir, in the live chat. Is it clear for everyone? Very good. Next one. Next one. Now see here, sir. This kind of questions also might come in bank level examinations. Very easy questions, but let us not ignore those easy questions, because if you don't know the terminologies, it makes no sense whether it's an easy or a difficult question. Now see here, just 1 second answer for all these things. Very easy questions. Find the following duplicate ratio of 3:7. Duplicate ratio is nothing but squares. That means answer is 3 square is to 7 square, 9 is to 49. Just you need to know the terminologies. Just let us spend some time to know the terminology, so that it will not be a new terminology in the exam. Triplicate ratio is nothing but cubes. 2 cube is to 5 cube should be the answer. 8 is to 125. Third question is subduplicate ratio. Subduplicate ratio is nothing but square root. Square root of 36 is to square root of 25. It is 6 is to 5. Next is subtriplicate ratio. It is cube root. Cube root of 27 is to cube root of 1. It is nothing but 3 is to 1. And last one is reciprocal ratio. 9 and 11 reciprocal is 1 by 9 is to 1 by 11, which is nothing but 11 is to 9. Just the terminologies you need to know. This sometimes might be asked in a bank level examination. Why to ignore even the smallest of the things? I hope the idea is clear. Now see here, sir. Now see here. We will keep taking some problems. See this question. Now see this question, sir. A sum of money, very easy question. If you use this particular concept, we will slowly gradually increase the level. A sum of money is to be distributed among A, B, C and D in the proportion of 5 is to 2 is to 4 is to 3. That means there are 4 people, A, B, C, D. The money is distributed in this ratio 5 is to 2 is to 4 is to 3. That is the first concept. First statement, in fact. Second statement is, if C gets 1000 rupees more than D, that means according to the question, C is getting 1000 rupees more than D. Forget about question, sir. Find out according to ratio. According to ratio, C is getting 4 rupees, D is getting 3 rupees. According to ratio, C is getting how much more than D? C is getting 1 rupee more than D. 4 and 3 difference is 1. But according to question, C is getting 1000 more than D. 1 into 1000 is 1000. Find B share is the question. B also multiply by 1000. Simple. Where are we using X and Y are variables in this case? What is the usage of variables? It is not required. I hope the idea is clear. Next question. Next question. Kalyan, see here, sir. I am just explaining for one last time here. Listen carefully, sir. They are saying C is getting 1000 more than D. That is according to question, Kalyan. According to ratio, find it. Ratio says C is getting 4 rupees. D is getting 3 rupees. According to ratio, C is getting how much more than D? 4 is how much more than 3? 4 is 1 more than 3. Question says 1000 more. Into 1000. Into 1000. That means everything should be multiplied by 1000. Next one. See this question. I am just drafting the question. Okay, now see here, sir. Similar kind of question, but let us see how to solve this question. A sum of money is divided among C, A and B in the ratio 4:5:6. C:(A:)(B) is given as 4:5:6, right? This is the first statement. And another sum of money, that means this 4:5:6 is some money. I will call it as sum 1. Another sum of money, that I will call it as sum 2, is divided between M and N equally. That means some other money is divided between M and N equally. Equal ratio is nothing but 1:1. If B got 2000 more than M, how much C got? Now see here, B is getting 2000 more than M according to question. Forget about question. According to ratio, B is getting 6 rupees, right? B is getting 6 rupees. M is getting 1 rupee. 6 and 1, compare it according to ratio. According to ratio, 6 and 1, if I compare it, B is getting 6, M is getting 1. That means B gets 5 rupees more than M, but according to question it is 2000 more than M. 5 into 400 is 2000. They are asking how much did C got. C also should be multiplied with 400. 400 into 4. Answer is 1600. Students will tend to make this mistake and get the answer as 1600, which is incorrect. Why it is incorrect? For the only simple reason that you are comparing B and M. B and M cannot be compared with respect to ratios because they both are having different sums. The principal amount in both the cases are different, because in the question it is given that another sum of money. If the sum of money was same in both the cases, yes, you can compare the ratios. Otherwise, you cannot compare the ratio. I hope it is clear, sir. We took a similar question previously, which is very easy. Exact similar question, slightly twisting, which is a question where students will make a mistake. Answer for this question is cannot be determined. I hope it is clear. Answer for this question is cannot be determined. Please take care of all these small things, sir. That will make a lot of difference in your preparations. Next question. Next one. See here. This question is on averages. Average age of 3 boys is 25 years. Average is 25 means assume that all the 3 boys are 25. If you have attended my averages class, you will understand this statement very clearly. If the average is 25, I will assume that all 3 are 25. That means total sum of the ages is 25 plus 25 plus 25. It is 75 years. According to question, total sum is 75 years. But ratio says their ages are in the ratio 3:5:7. According to ratio, total sum is 3 plus 5 8, 8 plus 7 15. But according to question it is 75. 15 into 5 is 75. Find the age of the youngest boy. Youngest boy according to ratio is 3. According to question is multiply that also by 5. I hope you are slowly getting addicted to this way of solving. These all might be easy questions, sir, but the intention of taking these easy questions is to get you addicted into this kind of methodologies. Idea clear? Next, another similar kind of question. Similar kind of question. See here, sir. Same logic. The sides of a triangle are in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 is 6 is to 4 is to 3, right? That is the first statement. And its perimeter is 104. Perimeter is nothing but sum of the sides. According to ratio, first side is 6 units, second side is 4 units, third side is 3 units. Sum of the sides is 6 plus 4 plus 10, 13 units. According to ratio, perimeter is 13. According to question, 104. 13 into 8 is 104. Find the length of the longest side. Ratio longest side is 6. 6 into 8 is 48. We will cover up so many easy questions to understand few difficult questions. And believe me, out of so many questions, whatever I am solving, some of them are examination questions. Answer is 48. Next question. Next one. Just 1 minute, sir. ಅಪ್ಪ ಬಾಗ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿದ್ರೆ. Now see here, sir. Next question. Listen to these questions carefully. See this question. Question is, there is a ratio of 5 is to 4 between two numbers. That means two numbers are in the ratio 5 is to 4. That is the first statement, right? That is the first statement. Second statement is, if 40% of first number is 12, then 50% of second number is how much, right? Now see here. Question says, in question they are saying that 40% of first number is how much? 12. That is according to question. That is according to question. Find out what is according to ratio. First of all, first number is 5 according to ratio, right? According to ratio, first number is 5. 40% is 2 by 5. 40% of first number is 5 according to ratio. It is 2. 40% of first number according to ratio is 2. But according to the question they are saying as how much? 12. 2 into 6 is 12, right? 2 into 6 is 12. Then 50% of second number is how much? Second number according to ratio is 4. 50%. Half of 4 is 2. According to ratio is 2. According to question is question mark. That also multiply by 6. Answer is 12. Just keep listening to my class. There is a flow which will connect to next level questions. Keep listening. Without understanding these easy questions, you will not understand the difficult questions easily. I hope the idea is clear. Next question. Next one. See here, sir. how you need to solve ratios questions. See here, listen to this question. I am drafting this question. See this question. First let us read the question. The question says, two numbers are such that the ratio between them is 4:7. That means there are two numbers whose ratio is 4:7, right? Whose ratio is 4:7. Second statement is, if each is increased by 4, if each number is increased by 4, the ratio becomes 3:5. Find the larger number, right? Find the larger number. Now see here, this is how you need to be smart in solving this kind of questions very very fast in your examination, so that you will not waste too much of time in the exam. Think logically, sir. Question is find the larger number, right? In the question they are asking find the larger number. If the question is find the larger number, answer option also should represent the larger number. Now listen carefully, sir. Can I say that according to the ratio, larger number is 7. According to ratio, larger number is 7. According to question, how much they are asking, that means 7 should be multiplied with something, or in other words, answer should be a multiple of 7. 36 is not multiple, 48 is not multiple, 64 is not multiple. Over. 1 second answer. Answer can be got in 1 second. Simple. You might get a doubt. What if there are two options which are multiples of 7? Suppose 63. Right? Suppose 63. Now, if you observe carefully, before I put this fifth option, I solved this particular question without using second statement. I never used that second statement. I already got the answer. Now see here. Because there is one more option which is satisfying as multiple of 7. Now you require the help of second statement. Otherwise you wouldn't have required that particular help. Now second statement says, suppose there are two options. One is 56, the other is 63. You assume whatever you like. Suppose I am assuming 56. 7 is becoming 56. Multiply by 8. 4 also multiply by 8. 4 into 8 is 32, right? 4 into 8 is 32. Now read the next statement. If each number is increased by 4, that means 32 is to 56 is the number. If I increase this by 4, it becomes 36. If I increase this by 4, it becomes 60. If each number is increased by 4, the ratio becomes 3:5. Check out whether this is equal to 3:5. 12 into 3 is 36. 12 into 5 is 60. Yes, it is becoming 3:5. Because my second statement in the question is becoming right. When I assume 63, my assumption of 63 is also right. 56. When I assume 56, 56 is correct, 63 is incorrect. Answer for this question is 56. That help of second statement is only required if there are more than one option satisfying. Otherwise, this is just a 1 second question which can be directly solved and marked and went on to the next question.
You can learn any subject, anywhere, any place, and on the go. Come, let us go the other way in learning. Download our revolutionary app for free AMC.